Sustainable Development Goals was intended to provide a detailed roadmap, serving as a guide for us to follow as we work toward the future that we see. A global plan to end hardships in all Filipino citizens in all its forms and make a world that is fair, safe, and good for people, the planet, and prosperity. In order to localize them, the government of the Philippines is now in the phase of increasing awareness and advocating for them. Since the very beginning, our nation has been dealing with the same problems repeatedly. And the most pressing problem that our country is dealing with right now are the rice tariffication law and poverty. And these societal difficulties act as a brake on our progress. This indicates that there is a need to enhance the assessment of the performance of national SDGs and the implementation of policies. In order to be able to provide more pertinent and helpful information, procedure of SMART plan action is necessary. SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. S: specific: the creation and collection of disaggregated data for sustainable development goal objectives and indicators must be enhanced in order to get a more accurate assessment of the country's progress. In order to reduce these hardships, all citizens should have access to the social protection systems and measures that are right for their country. Make sure that a lot of money is raised from a variety of sources, such as by improving development cooperation so that the country, especially the least developed ones, has enough and predictable money to put programs and policies in place to end poverty in all its forms. M: measurable. Even if the study suggests the nation has attained responsible consumption and production, the Philippines' own analysis shows that policy execution must be improved. This must be considered and implies that there is a disparity between the figures and our reality, indicating a need to improve the evaluation of national SDG performance. By adopting these measures, we are convinced that we will be able to reach this goal.
Next is A for attainable. So if the leaders of the country make a more concerted effort to prioritize and make the most of our resources in terms of sustainability, it will be able to fulfill this recommendation. The other one is R for realistic. We can realistically achieve it if sustainable development is spurred in regions aside from Metro Manila and Central and Southern Luzon. If the current administration has made investments in the development of infrastructure to promote connection across areas, these developments need to be complemented by policy reforms to improve local governance and synergy between local and national government units. It is required to make a shift not in the structure of government but in the ethos of governance, in the direction of something that is both more inclusive and consistent on both the national and local levels. So now, let's move on the last part of SMART method, which is T for time bound. It is imperative that hopefully by the year 2025, a strategy that is more integrative and takes into account the entire interconnection of the SDGs be put into place. Collaboration is required to provide inclusive, consistent approaches and an efficient use of resources towards sustainability in a country that is impeded by a lack of consistency in long-term policy making and conflicting goals among different government entities. Ultimately, the goal of alleviating poverty and reducing inequality should be the focus of a number of different types of measures, including those that aim to improve the quality of education and health services, increase the number of employment possibilities, and strengthen the social protection. And that would be all for today. I hope you learned something. Thank you!